We're now down to the last subtopic, um, cybersecurity considerations in modern safety systems. So I'm not, disclaimer lang, I'm not attempting to sound like a cybersecurity expert because in the first place, I have no background in this practice po. But what I'm going to share with you is a collection collection of what I've learned from different webinars and trainings I got into in the past. Plus, of course, with some research and since ito din medyo pinapractice din informally sa mga operations namin and also sa academe sa ginagawa ko pong projects. So cybersecurity is something actually ginagawa natin sa ating daily lives, especially if we are using computers. Yan. Or most especially if we are online more often. Diba? So, let's see. Since gumagamit tayo ng, nag-introduce na po tayo ng digital tools like yun, as simple as Google Sheets and Google Drive, di ba? Or Google Forms, pwedeng maging magawa ng issue. Pwedeng magka-issue po tayo doon as a result of some cyber attack. Cyber attack po. Okay, like someone sabotage your data. So dahil doon mali-mali yung naging operation ng system mo na imbes yung safety system mo makatulong, nakaperwisyo palalo. Okay, so wag naman sana. Or 'di ba, like yung sa dashboard mo, okay naman lahat kaso um, nagkaroon ng cyber attack. So, mali-mali na yung dinidisplay na data ng ano mo, ng dashboard mo. So, dahil doon, mali yung naging decisions mo. Ayan. So, uh, parang yun yung downfall ng technologies nowadays, especially sa fourth industrial revolution because as new technologies arise, new ways to attack someone digitally arise also. So mas madami din ways para ma-attack tayo. And actually, even in military, even in political affairs, um, andun na po si cyber attacks. Nagagamit pa siya ng enemies. Okay, but we're not going to talk about that. We're going to focus on how do we protect our safety systems, our digital tools, and our safety management apps. Special as simple as computers and phones and laptops and tablets, di ba? So paano natin ma-secure ang mga 'yan? Parang gusto natin secure pa din yung okay pa din yung operations natin. Okay yung mga data natin. Okay, I'll try to make it quickly because medyo overtime na tayo or paubos na yung time natin. Um, okay, so define muna natin briefly or quickly si cybersecurity. So it is described as simple as protecting systems, networks, and programs from digital attacks. So it is like it's somewhat like a practice or a process na concerned on digital attacks. Okay? So, anong magagawa natin? Ano gagawin? So, we make use of some tools, processes, and strategies to prevent cyber attacks. Okay? Prevent. Or bago pa sila maging cyber attack, ma-detect na natin sila. So, any suspicious activity that could lead to cyber attacks, dapat ma-detect na natin early. And more than that, at least, or kung at kung nangyari man, nagkaroon man ng cyber attack na hindi natin na paghandaan or na naging biktima tayo ng ganun, ng cyber attacks, then at least we know how to respond and recover. Okay? So, okay, I'm not going to discuss it really deep. Si NIST, ayan po yung meaning ni NIST, may in-establish po na cybersecurity framework. But may S. Disregard the S. Framework po. So, sa framework na to, ito yung stages ng cybersecurity. Actually, it's a cycle. So, pabalik-balik after the fifth stage, balik sa stage 1. So, stage 1 daw, we identify the threats, especially, or the processes and assets that need to be protected. Okay, so, sino ang dapat protektahan? Like, well, sabi ko kanina, yung mga device natin na nagko-collect ng data, nagpa-process ng data, nagdi-display ng data, nagpa-transfer ng data. So, lahat ng yun po, and everything in between, dapat bantayan natin, pangalagaan natin, including ang mga taong involved sa pag-operate nila. Okay? So, once na-identify na natin, okay, kailangan protektahan ito. So, we implement appropriate safeguards to ensure protection of the enterprise's assets. Okay? So, may mga examples pa tayo later on. So, yan, protect natin. While protecting those assets, including people, so may nakabantay pa tayong sistema. We implement appropriate mechanisms to identify the occurrence of cybersecurity incidents. So either mangyayari pa lang, currently nasa early stage na, or nangyayari na. So dapat na-detect natin yon. Hindi yung deleted na lahat ng files, lahat ng data, tsaka pa lang natin na-detect. Ay, may cyber attack pala. Upos yung data natin. Sira yung system na hack. And so on. Diba? So, because if we can detect early stage of cyber attacks, at least maka-respond tayo kaagad. So, we can develop techniques to contain the impacts of cybersecurity events. Yes, nangyari yung cyber attack, lusutan tayo, but at least ready tayong mag-respond, napigilan natin yung attack kaagad. Okay, and from that, we recover. We implement the appropriate processes to restore capabilities and services impaired due to cybersecurity events. Okay, so at least alam natin, may plano tayo lagi kung paano makabalik sa dati. Ang lalim na. Alright, so according to NIST, ito yung summary ng cybersecurity. So we identify anong kailangan protektan, we protect, we detect threats, we respond to any threat, and recover from it if they happen. Okay? So, daanan natin ng mabilis lang si identify and protect. So, okay, nasabi ko na mga device natin sa pag-monitor ng ating ng safety measures natin, yung mga data natin, yung mga reports natin na na-collect, na-generate. So, pangalagaan pa natin yon, including the users that operate these tools and even the machineries na kinokontrol nila. So, of course, you have seen already, gas-gas na to. Since digital tools to, most likely may passwords na involved. And talking about passwords, they have to be strong, di ba? Just like your relationship, di ba? Gusto mo strong, gusto mong magtagal, kailangan strong. um, so, they have to be strong, meaning hindi yung password is password also, or password of admin is admin, password of user is user. Mga default po yun sa mga nagde-develop. But, syempre, palitan pa natin yan pag nasa actual na. Okay? Or your birthday, usually, I think one of the most common passwords nowadays or in the past, yung birthday mismo, yung date ng birthday, ginagawang password. So, wag po yun. So, avoid po natin yung mga predictable na passwords. Also, some systems already use multi-factor authentication, like our phones, di ba? Minsan kailangan may biometric, may fingerprint, or may facial recognition, may password, or minsan humingi pa ng voice prompt. Ayan. Si Gmail and even si Facebook ngayon nanghihingi na ng confirmation sa mobile device mo, sa mobile phone mo. So for example, nag-access ka sa laptop mo, magpapa-confirm yun. In addition to your password na in-input mo, magpapa-confirm ang Google or Facebook sa yung mobile phone. Yan. So that's an example of multi-factor authentication or MFA. Another thing na pwede natin gawin is as simple as software updates. And this one, I'm very much guilty of. I ignore updates. But recently, I've learned that's very important pala. Kasi dahil hindi ka nag-update, hindi nadagdag yung features na nakatulong sana sa iyo sa isang certain cyber attack. Okay? So, baka kasi yung bagong cyber attack, bagong cyber threat, um, tinamaan ka. Na it so happen na ikaw yung naging isa sa mga biktima. Kaso, problem lang yung iba nag-update ng software, ikaw hindi. So, among those who are victims, ang mga hindi nag-update yung most likely magsasuffer. So, yun. Kung nag-update ka sana, edi protected ka sana. Ayan. Okay. So, more technically, especially sa mga complex systems, sa mga medyo confidential, mga crucial na systems, time to level up your infrastructure. So, maglalagay po tayo ng firewall. That's one of the common, and madaming ways to do this actually, but we're not going to talk about that. Okay? So, just search firewall. Also, magpe-perform po tayo ng tinatawag na encryption. Like what you see sa illustration natin. Si firewall, literal na fire, taga block ng fire. Okay? Or yung mga cyber threats. But kung makalusot, at least sana yung data natin, if ever ma-access man ng hacker or ng cyber attacker, at least encrypted siya. Parang ganito. So, only those who hold the secret key can decrypt the encrypted data. So, may secret key ka, i-apply mo yun sa inyong data to come up with a coded message. Like, for example, yung "you're cute" na message, it will be transported into a complicated code. Hindi basta-basta hindi obvious. Only if you have the secret key, then you can decrypt that message. Okay? Another thing, we have the different user roles. Okay? So, not everything is an admin. So, limit natin. For example, may users tayo. Limit hanggang saan lang ba si user dapat? Okay? So, for example, this user, pwede siyang maka-access dito. Pwede din dito. But si user na to, si Robert, ito lang yung pwede niyang i-access. While si user na to, pwede siya mag-access dito. At the same time, pwede din dito. Siya lang may sole access dito. Okay? So, things like that, hindi yung all-in ka lagi. And lastly, trainings. As simple as trainings, awareness for everyone, malaking bagay na po. Like, ito, sharing these simple ways to secure your system and your data. Okay? So, ayan po. These are some of ways to identify what to be protected and how to protect them. So, now, constantly nagde-detect po tayo dapat kung may cyber attack na or may potential na cyber attack, any suspicious activity. So, one of the ways that technologies do right now is ang make use ng tinatawag na IDS or intrusion detection system. Right? So, automatic po yan yung taga-detect. So, may pagka-AI din. Okay. So, check nyo lang si IDS. We can get real-time alerts from them. Also, yung sabi ka kanina, dashboard. So, if only we have a dashboard or any monitoring system that can help us monitor the different aspects of our workplace or of our operations, then we can detect something like unusual equipment behavior. For example, unexpected actuator movement. Gumalaw yung isang machine natin na hindi dapat ganon yung pagagalaw niya. Or hindi naman natin pinapagalaw, pero gumalaw siya. Yan. So things like that can be considered as an anomaly. Okay, so magiging makakonsider siya as suspicious activity. So before pa mag-result yan sa kung ano-ano, i-investigate na natin. Okay, and dun po laking bagay si monitoring. Also, AI and analytics, AI-powered analytics. Remember, AI meaning parang tao siya mag-isip. So, analytics that flag anomalies in sensor data or network traffic. So, yung mga data natin, kapag may mga medyo may nakakita tayong potential na corrupted data, edi mag-alert na. Or network traffic in the case of what we call DDoS attack or DOS attack. Network traffic, pag bigla ang dumami yung nag-access ng system natin, biglang sumikip yung traffic, then that's suspicious. Okay? So, pwede na investigate natin kaagad. Okay? Na-detect na ganun. So, now, ano ba ang mga dinetect natin? So, ano bang cyber attack yung kailangan nating bantayan? So, ito yung some common types of cyber attacks that we have to be aware of. Pwede mangyari sa atin to, pwede mangyari sa system natin. Zoom in ko na lang. Okay, so first among the list, ayaw lumabas. We have the attack called phishing, nangingisda. So phishing tricking users into revealing sensitive information through this deceptive emails or messages. Also, yung hindi lang sa mga mails, pati sa mga chat and sa mga feeds natin, sa live sa mga social media feed natin, may mga links na pag click mo yun, na-capture yung data mo, na-capture yung personal profile mo, plus mga confidential information mo like your passwords and pins. Ngayon, so phishing po tawag doon. So isang click lang pwedeng makuha lahat ng information sa iyo. Okay, malware naman, malicious software that damages systems, steals data, or spies on users. Pwedeng kinokopyan yung message mo, but more than that, nag-iwan siya ng damage sa ating system. So, like our robotic component, pag tinamaan ng malware, pwede niyang i-damage self niya or gumawa siya ng any unwanted na actions. Okay? Or pwede din dahil sa malware, hindi na gumana yung system na shutdown siya. Yan. Also, we have the DOS. DOS or denial of service. So, overloading servers to disrupt service and make systems unavailable to users. So, for example, if you are the hacker, gusto mong, baliktad na. If you are the hacker, gusto mong masira yung operations ng mga tao, gusto mong may ma-aksidente dyan, diba? Like what we see in the movies, edi papadalan mo siya ng DOS attack. So, yung traffic na sinasabi ko, um, papalabasin mo na madaming gumagamit ng system. Pupunuin mo siya ng users. Okay? Para maging unavailable yung system or at least ma-disrupt ang service. Putol-putol or titigil yung service, yung operations mo. Okay? So, delikado din si DDoS attack. Usually, mga ano to, mga um, sa mga bigger to na context, si DOS. DDoS, Distributed Denial of Service. Sige, bilisan natin. Other types, we have, ayun o, gusto niya na ng space, ayun na ng click. SQL injection decision to, siya na yung naglagay ng data sa iyo, mali-maling data or malicious na data or possibly code mismo, SQL code sa database mo. Para modify niya, sabotage niya ang operation ng database mo. And of course, apektado yung buong system. Because remember, yung mga systems na pinag-uusapan natin, data is the center. Data is something that serves as the fuel. Okay, so man in the middle, intercepting and altering communication between two parties without their knowledge. So imagine nag-order ka ng naalala ko tuloy. Nag-order ka ng bulalo, dumating sa iyo cup noodles. So, pang ganong analogy because there's a man in the middle who altered your order. So iba yung sinabi mo, iba yung in-expect mong response, like, iba. Yan. Okay? So that's man in the middle. Or cross-site scripting. Sige, hindi ko na i-explain. Wala ng time. Ano na lang, pa-check na lang. Pa-screenshot na to. Also, password attacks. Yan. Yung passwords natin, kaya kailangan maging strong. Ingatan natin. Insider threats. Ayan, sabotage ng tagaloob. So, for example, inaway mo yung yung isang empleyado dahil pinersonal ka. So, yun, bilang ganti. So, gagawa siya ng cyber attack within the company. Diba? From the inside yung gagawin niya. So, also ransomware, encrypting data, and demanding a ransom payment for the decryption key. Remember yung explanation natin ng encryption. Yung key na yun, so iko-corrupt niya yung data mo and ma-decode mo lang yung data, mababalik na sa dati kung makukuha mo yung key. Kaso, para makuha mo yun, kailangan magbayad ka. So, just like kidnap for ransom, di ba? So, yan. Ito yung mga kailangan nating ma-detect and malaking bagay kung early stage pa lang na-detect na natin. Ano pa lang, kumbaga padating pa lang sila na sense na natin. Okay? So, but if we fail or there's some attacks na hindi talaga natin na na pigilan, then at least we know how to respond to them. Like that. Okay, that's Xage na. So, at least take note, ang goal natin once a cyber attack occurs, what we have to prepare actions that will limit the damage, protect people and assets, and prevent escalation. Okay, so at least alam na natin, okay, when all things fail, ito yung mga gagawin natin. Okay? Pag nakalusot talaga, sige, hila. Pero wag naman sana ganyan. But maybe. Yan. Also, pag napigilan na si cyber attack, so dapat may program din tayo. May protocols din tayo, sistema, may writing tayo. Okay, so what? Tapos na ang cyber attack. So how do we go back sa operations? Paano mabalik? Yan. For example, in the case of our safety management devices, paano sila ibabalik sa dati? Yan. For example, na-delete na yung okay, cyber attack, na-delete yung lahat ng data natin, yung firmware ng mga device, yung mga passwords, yung mga source code nila. What else? Ayun. Or may microchip may isang piyesa na nasira, di ba? So, what to do? How do we go back? So, dapat may backup tayo, may nakaprepare na, and so on. So, we regain full operational safety while boosting the system against future threats. So, dapat may in place na ganito. Respond, plan, and recover plan. Okay? Hindi yung nangyari na tsaka tayo mag-iisip. Right? So, ayan. I think this is the last slide. So, remember, we have to stay safe and secure. So, when we are designing systems for safety management, we have to always consider that building these systems with cybersecurity from ground up. Kasi imagine, hindi mo consider si cybersecurity, eventually kailangan mo pala na realize mo or naging biktima ka na. So the damages could be far greater than the investment or the inputs for doing cybersecurity at the development stage pa lang. Okay? So that's why as designers, especially for engineers, always put cybersecurity as an important aspect of your design. Okay? Also, we have to papunta na tayo sa Industry 5.0 in the few years or maybe in the next decade. So, dapat ina-apply na natin to, people-centered protection. So, as simple as consistent training, yung tamang training naman. We train teams to detect and prevent digital threats. So, as simple as sharing those information I shared a while ago, yan, malaking bagay na po yun. Like, share mo kung paano, how to spot these anomalous activities or how to protect your system. Yan. And then lastly, we have to have resilient and responsive systems. We keep safety tech updated. Ayan. Sabi ko kanina, software updates, huwag kalimutan. Monitored. So, bala wala po yung system natin kung hindi naman natin tinitingnan. Okay? Inasa na natin sa machines lahat. So tayo din, nagmo-monitor din constantly. And they have to be adaptive. So kung may mga bagong technologies, especially kung nag-expand ng system mo, so paano ka mag-adapt? Especially pag nag-expand ka, may new threats din na pwedeng pumasok. So dapat maging adaptive yung. So again, if you have questions or anything, any thoughts in mind, feel free to let us know. And ayun po, ingat po tayo. And thank you.